1-0 defeat Carshalton tonight for Kingstonian. Hayden, after a good run of few games, not the performance or the result you were looking for tonight.
Well, not the result that we were looking for, that's for sure. But that's got the referee's fingerprints all over it, as far as I'm concerned. With regard to the performance, I think the performance of the team is amazing. And the performance of the team is amazing because last week we have to play 2 games in 3 days on difficult pitches. Let's get it right. We know our pitch is very difficult. On Saturday, we play on a near-on impossible pitch that it's so heavy. We have an amazing spirit and we come back from 2-1 down with 20 minutes to go to win 4-2. And to come here on Monday with no rest and the walking wounded ultimately was probably a bridge too far for us. But I'll be straight and say, first of all, congratulations to Carshalton. Carshalton, super side, good club. Pete's doing a great job, have good players and couldn't be in the mix at the end of the season. I've no doubt about that. But the referee beat us.
And specifically there, you're talking about the penalty obviously came at the other end. It seems like they've had a shot and it is really close to Jerry, was what our feeling was at the other end. Is that the way you viewed it?
I think the referee has to ask himself one question. I'm not disputing the fact that the ball hit his hand. Is it ball to hand? Is it hand to ball? Well, first of all, clearly, it's ball to hand. Secondly, if I'm standing a yard away from someone and they fire the ball at me, what on earth am I supposed to do about it? It's not as even if the ball is going in the top corner. The ball is probably going in a very savable area for the goalkeeper. And I feel for the players. I feel for the players that they've given everything. It's really difficult to play the way that we want to play when there's no rest. This is you hear it in Premier League all of the time. And today, like I say, last week was hugely difficult. And today I think the fixtures caught up with us. Quite simply, to play on a really, really difficult pitch, albeit I completely applaud Brightlingsea for getting the game on. It was a really heavy pitch in a spirited Brightlingsea and a really difficult game. To come and play Carshalton in one of the most toughest away grounds in the league and still play with amazing energy levels in those circumstances shows that these guys have put everything on the line for their club today. However, a truly shocking decision from the referee has cost them, and that's just not fair and it's not acceptable. But I do want to say amazing congratulations to our players because they gave everything and they gave as much as they possibly could, and they're sitting in that dressing room devastated. I don't want them to be sad. I want them to be disappointed. I want them to be angry, but I don't want them to be sad because they've done everything that they can. And I think Carshalton are super side. I think with Dan Bennett and Tommy Bradford and Harry Ottaway and Lewis White and Bassett, I think they have great players. One of the best forward lines in the league. And we were containing them. We may have not have been imposing ourselves in our normal way, but I don't think that we were in good conditions to do that physically for the reasons I've explained. But I want to absolutely defend the players. I'm not deflecting. The boys have done everything that they can. And I'm speaking like this because I feel so sorry for them that their efforts weren't rewarded with what would have been a really good 0-0, and the decision from the match day referee has cost them a valuable point.
It was the same starting 11 as on Saturday, but they were, as the second half went on, Jason drawn at half time and then Elliot taken off at 0-0 as well. Those changes might have raised a couple of eyebrows. What was behind those changes in particular?
Well, Jason was injured. Jason is injured. He has aggravated an ankle injury, so that injury was enforced upon us. Koscielny, the change is simply that as he has had very little rest. He's played 2 games in 3 days, and there was nothing more left in the tank. And the decision of Elliot is a great player. Elliot is really important to us, but Elliot is dead on his feet like everybody else. And so in that situation, I think we have to set ourselves up for counter-attacks and to try and kill them in the moment and trying to kill them in pace. So we went to solidify the midfield with fresh legs, make it a more solid 5. But Daniel Ajakai given us the out ball to enforce them to play deeper, and maybe the opportunities where we can get them facing their own goal. It was unfortunate that they scored directly after that, but as I say, there's nothing that anybody can do with those sort of decisions.
While we've scored plenty of goals in recent weeks, it's been a while now, and I guess there haven't been many occasions this season where we've kept clean sheets. Are you worried about that? What do you think's behind that?
I think when you look at the back four and you see a new goalkeeper, and you see Cookie, who's walking wounded at the moment and putting his body on the line for the club, and you see Jerry continuing to evolve, and there's no Declan to come in, and Nyron is doing a great job at right back, but then you have to put a winger at left back, who I think's done really, really well. I think, I don't know what people expect, but what's for sure is if you want to score 11 goals in 3 games, as we have done prior to this fixture, you can only do that by being brave. You can only do that by opening the pitch up, and it's really worked for us. So listen, I understand the comment, I understand the criticism, but what I would say to that is we kept our first clean sheet today, other than one decision, and the goal has the referee's fingerprints all over it.
When you think about the squad, are there any areas you feel that you're looking for more reinforcements at the moment? Obviously Aaron's gone, Bryant, I'm sure the formal announcement is imminent. Are you looking for more additions to the squad at the moment, or?
Well, Fabio is obviously coming back.
Yeah.
And maybe we need to look in to bring another left back in, only because it will be a lot to ask of Fabio. Obviously we've recalled loan players in Lewis, and we've recalled loan players in Jonathan Joshi. But in answer to your question, there's no other plans to improve the squad, because to put it very simply, if we need to bring people in, we have to respect the playing budget, and people will have to go. And I'm not prepared to let anybody go, because I think the squad are doing a great job collectively.
Right. Well, on to Saturday. Unlucky tonight. We'll see them.
Thank you very much.